There's something about reality that they never wanted you to question. What if I told you that everything you see, touch, and experience is not as solid as you believe? That what you call reality is nothing more than a projection, a carefully constructed illusion, one that can be bent, altered, and rewritten if you understand the mechanics behind it. This isn't just esoteric philosophy. Science, ancient wisdom, and even secret teachings from the past all point to the same shocking truth. Your external world is nothing but a reflection of your mind. Think about it. How do you explain the placebo effect? Why do certain individuals seem to manifest wealth, love, or success effortlessly while others struggle endlessly? It all comes down to one thing: understanding the hidden architecture of reality itself. Now, before you dismiss this as mere speculation, consider this. What if your thoughts are not just passive inner dialogue, but actual forces shaping your existence? Ancient civilizations knew this. From the Hermetic teachings of Egypt to the mysticism of the East, the idea that the all is mind has been passed down for centuries. The Kybalian's principle of mentalism states that everything originates in the mind and is later manifested into the physical world. Quantum physics now supports this concept, revealing that matter itself behaves differently when observed, suggesting that consciousness plays an active role in shaping the fabric of reality. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. What if those in power already know this truth? What if they have spent centuries ensuring that only a select few understand the true nature of existence, while the rest of the world remains blind to their own potential? Imagine a world where people have no idea they can control their reality, where they are conditioned from birth to believe in limitations, in struggle, in fixed circumstances. Now, ask yourself, who benefits from this ignorance? If reality is a construct, then who built it, and how do they keep it in place? Think about this. Every system around you is designed to shape your perception. The media you consume, the education you receive, even the very language you use, all of it molds the way you see the world. But what if the world you see isn't the real world at all? What if it's a carefully designed matrix, one that keeps you locked in a version of reality where you believe you have no control? This is not just theory. It's how power has operated for centuries. The elite, the rulers of ancient civilizations, the architects of secret societies, they understood one thing above all else. If you control perception, you control reality itself. Take symbols, for example. You see them everywhere, on corporate logos, in religious institutions, in government buildings. But do you truly understand them? The ancient Egyptians, the Freemasons, even the Vatican, they all embedded hidden messages in plain sight. Why? Because symbols bypass the conscious mind and speak directly to the subconscious. And your subconscious is what truly shapes your reality. If you've ever heard of sigils, those mysterious symbols charged with intent, you already have a glimpse of how reality manipulation works. The elite have used this method for centuries. They program reality through symbols, rituals, and collective belief, ensuring that their vision of the world becomes the dominant one. But here's where it gets even deeper. The most powerful magic is not performed in secrecy. It's done in front of billions of people who don't even realize they are part of it. Every time you repeat a belief, money is hard to earn, the world is dangerous, I am not good enough, you are unknowingly casting a spell against yourself. And where did those beliefs come from? Who planted them in your mind? Schools? Religion? Society? Once you understand that your reality is built on programming, you can begin to break free. The question is, how do you undo the conditioning and rewrite the script of your own life? If reality is nothing more than a programmed illusion, then how do you break the code and rewrite it in your favor? The first step is understanding how belief creates form. This is not just spiritual philosophy, it's the foundation of quantum physics, ancient mysticism, and even modern psychology. Scientists have proven that the mere act of observing a particle changes its behavior. This is known as the observer effect. In simpler terms, your focus shapes reality. The ancients knew this long before science caught up. That's why the Egyptian priests, Tibetan monks, and even the shamans of lost civilizations practiced intense visualization, meditation, and spoken affirmations. They weren't just hoping for change. They were actively bending reality to their will. But here's where things take a darker turn. If your focus creates reality, then what happens when your attention is hijacked? The answer: you create a reality that isn't even yours. Every day, you are bombarded with fear-based messaging. The news, social media, even casual conversations, all of them keep you locked in a low vibrational state, where you unknowingly reinforce a world of limitation, scarcity, and struggle. And guess what? That's by design. Those in power know that a distracted, fearful population is easy to control. That's why they flood your mind with doubt, make you question your own power, and keep you too busy chasing survival to ever ask, what if I could create something different? But here's the truth they don't want you to know. You can. The secret lies in breaking free from their programming and reclaiming your focus. The ancient mystery schools taught that wherever you place your attention, energy flows. If you keep focusing on obstacles, you'll see more obstacles. But if you shift your focus to possibilities, you start to see doorways where there were once only walls. This is how reality is truly manipulated, not by force, but by intention. And the deeper question is, what are you unintentionally manifesting right now, simply because of where your attention has been placed? Now, let's get to the part they never wanted you to discover. The techniques used by ancient masters to directly alter reality. These methods were carefully guarded, passed only to initiates who proved themselves ready to wield such power. But today, some of these teachings have resurfaced, hidden in plain sight. And once you understand them, you'll never see the world the same way again. The first technique is called mental alchemy. The Hermeticists of ancient Egypt and Greece believed that the mind is the first cause of all creation. They taught that if you change your internal dialogue, your thoughts and beliefs, you will inevitably shift external circumstances. This goes beyond mere positive thinking. It's about completely rewriting your subconscious programming. The method: every morning and night, before your brain fully transitions between consciousness and sleep, you must immerse yourself in the reality you want to create. Speak it as if it's already true. Visualize it so vividly that your brain can no longer distinguish between imagination and reality. This forces the subconscious to accept the new paradigm, and once that happens, the external world has no choice but to reflect it. The second technique is energetic resonance. Ancient mystics knew that your vibration determines your reality. But here's the catch: you can artificially raise your frequency before reality even shifts. This is why Tibetan monks chant, why Egyptian priests used sound frequencies, and why secret societies incorporated specific symbols and rituals. Certain frequencies dismantle old patterns, while others amplify your ability to influence reality. You can use sound frequencies, like the 528 Hz miracle tone, to reprogram your cells. You can use breathwork techniques, like the Tummo breathing monks used to control body temperature, to elevate your state instantly. Once your vibration shifts, the external world will scramble to align with it. But here's where things get really interesting. Those in power use these same techniques, but in reverse, against you. The constant fear in the media, it lowers your vibration. The repetitive symbols in advertising, they embed subconscious beliefs that don't serve you. Once you see the game, you can no longer be played. So now, the question is, will you reclaim your energy and rewrite your reality? Or will you allow someone else to keep writing it for you? And now, we arrive at the most forbidden aspect of all, the final key that completes the puzzle. This is the knowledge that was nearly erased, the truth so powerful that only a handful throughout history have fully grasped its implications. Once you integrate this, you stop being a passive observer of reality and become the architect of your existence. Here's the secret: reality is not fixed. It bends, shifts, and rearranges itself according to the dominant force directing it. That force, consciousness. Your awareness, intention, and belief system dictate the version of the world you experience. This is why mystics, sages, and secret societies have always emphasized the mastery of the mind, because the mind is the control panel of existence itself. But here's where most people go wrong. They assume that thought alone is enough. It's not. Thought is the spark, but emotion is the fuel. The ancient masters understood that emotion magnifies intention. When you attach strong feelings to a belief or visualization, you anchor it into the quantum field. This is why fear is so heavily weaponized against the masses, because fear is a powerful manifesting force. The more you fear something, the more energy you give it, the more likely it is to materialize. Now, let's talk about how to use this knowledge to your advantage. You must do what the elite do, but in reverse. They feed you fear. You must program yourself with certainty. They flood you with distractions. You must cultivate single-minded focus. They teach you to seek validation. You must become immune to external influence. The technique: extreme mental discipline. Every day, spend time in a state of absolute clarity. Not wishful thinking, absolute knowing. One of the most powerful exercises for this is reality scripting. Take a notebook and write down a detailed description of your desired reality as if it has already happened. But here's the twist. Write it with intense emotional engagement. Don't just describe what you want. Describe how it feels, how it smells, how it tastes. This tricks the subconscious into believing it's real. And when the subconscious accepts something as fact, reality has no choice but to comply. This is why they tried to erase these teachings. Because if enough people understood this, the illusion of control would collapse. Imagine a world where people no longer reacted to fear, where they no longer gave their energy away to external manipulation. A world where individuals reclaimed their true creative power. But that's the world they fear most, because in that world, they hold no power at all.